Yugo Sako was born in Japan in 1928, a country deeply influenced by Buddhism, Shintoism, and a rich cultural heritage. From an early age, Sako was a dreamer, a seeker of deeper truths and spiritual meaning. Little did the world know that this man would go on to create one of the most beloved animated adaptations of the ancient Indian epic, the Ramayana. Sako's early career began in the realm of documentary filmmaking. As a young filmmaker, he was captivated by the power of storytelling to transcend language and culture, using his lens to capture stories that connected humanity on a spiritual level. But for Yugo Sako, film was not just a medium for entertainment, it was a way to delve into life's deeper questions. Sako's interest in spirituality grew as he matured. He found himself increasingly drawn to the teachings of Buddhism, a philosophy that offered him solace and deeper understanding of life's impermanence and interconnectedness. His quest for knowledge took him not just inward but also outward, across borders. It was this very search for spiritual knowledge that led him to India, the land where Buddhism was born. But Sako's journey didn't stop at Buddhism. In India, he discovered another ancient and profound spiritual text that would capture his heart and imagination, the Ramayana. The Ramayana was more than just a story. It was an epic, deeply woven into the cultural fabric of India and Southeast Asia. But what fascinated Sako the most was its universal appeal. The tale of Prince Rama's battle against evil, his adherence to duty, and his embodiment of virtue resonated with people of all walks of life, regardless of their nationality or religion. Sako was struck by the timelessness of the epic. He believed that the Ramayana was a story that deserved to be shared with the world, not just as a religious text, but as a universal tale of good versus evil, of love, sacrifice, and duty. And what better way to share this than through the medium he loved most, animation? In the early 1980s, Yugo Sako embarked on a monumental project, creating an animated adaptation of the Ramayana. He sought the help of Indian scholars, animators, and artists to ensure the authenticity of the story. This wasn't just going to be a children's cartoon, it was going to be an artistic, spiritual, and cultural masterpiece. Sako's attention to detail was unparalleled. Every frame, every scene was painstakingly crafted to stay true to the original text while making it accessible to a global audience. His dedication to cultural accuracy led him to consult with Indian spiritual leaders and experts in Sanskrit to ensure the film remained faithful to the essence of the Ramayana. But not everyone was enthusiastic about the idea of a Japanese filmmaker taking on such an iconic Indian story. Some religious groups and scholars in India were skeptical, questioning whether a foreigner could truly capture the spirit of the Ramayana. Resistance from various quarters created challenges for Sako, as many doubted his ability to stay true to the cultural and religious significance of the epic. Despite the skepticism, Sako pressed on. For over 10 years, he and his team worked tirelessly to bring the Ramayana to life. Animation was still an emerging field, and hand-drawn animations required hours of intricate work. The project demanded immense patience, dedication, and a deep love for the source material. It was a labor of love, one that tested the perseverance of everyone involved. And after a decade of effort, Ramayana, the legend of Prince Rama, was finally complete. But just when the project was ready for release, another hurdle emerged. The then Congress government of India, fearing that the film could ignite communal tensions between religious groups, decided not to release it in theaters. Despite Sako's best efforts to bridge cultural divides, his film was caught in the complex web of Indian politics. It was a devastating blow for Sako. A film that had taken years to create, one that sought to unite rather than divide, was now being withheld from the very audience it was meant to serve. Yet, all was not lost. In the late 1990s, Ramayana, the legend of Prince Rama, was released on television in India in installments, airing on Cartoon Network. Despite the years of delay and political resistance, the film became an instant hit. Audiences were mesmerized by the breathtaking animation, the faithfulness to the original epic, and the universal message it conveyed. For a generation of Indians, the animated Ramayana became the definitive version of the epic. Yugo Sako had succeeded in sharing his vision with the world, even if it wasn't in the way he had originally intended. In 2012, Yugo Sako passed away, leaving behind a legacy of cross-cultural understanding and artistic brilliance. Though he did not live to see the full recognition his work deserved, his adaptation of the Ramayana continues to inspire and captivate audiences around the world. For Sako, the Ramayana was not just an Indian story, it was a story for the world, a tale that transcended cultural boundaries and spoke to the universal human experience. In 2024, more than 30 years after its creation, Ramayana, the legend of Prince Rama, is set to be re-released in theaters across India. The excitement surrounding the film is palpable. Unfortunately, Yugo Sako will not be there to witness the success he so rightly deserves. But his vision, his love for the Ramayana, and his belief in the power of storytelling will live on. Through his life's work, Yugo Sako taught us that stories have the power to bring us together. And in doing so, he cemented his place in the annals of history, not just as a filmmaker, but as a bridge between cultures, a lover of stories, and a true devotee of the universal truths found in the Ramayana.